それでご着席ください。お待たせしました。それではこれよりインド共和国ナレンダル・モディ首相の歓迎昼食会を開会いたします。最初に主催団体を代表いたしまして榊原経団連会長よりご挨拶を申し上げます。
ナレンドラ・モディインド共和国首相閣下、インド政府並びにインド経済界の皆様、経団連会長の榊原でございます。本日は私ども経済3団体の歓迎昼食会にご来席をいただきまして、誠にありがとうございます。皆様のご来訪を心より歓迎申し上げます。昼食会の開会にあたりまして、一言ご挨拶を申し上げます。我が国とインドは60年を超える外交関係を有するとともに、近年では両国首脳が毎年交互に訪問するなど、政治、外交、経済、文化など幅広い分野で極めて友好的で緊密な関係を培ってまいりました。また、本日の午後に予定されている安倍総理とモディ首相の首脳会談では、自由で開かれたインド太平洋戦略の具体化など、日印新時代にふさわしい特別戦略的グローバルパートナーシップの推進について協議が行われると聞いております。日印両国の広範で互恵的な友好協力関係が一層強化経済界としても
cooperation between our two countries. For Japanese companies, India, with rapid economic growth, population in excess of 1.2 billion, growing middle class, abundant and competent workforce, and geopolitical importance is extremely attractive both as a market and as a production base. That is why total FDI from Japan to India has grown 6 times in the past 10 years. We now see more than 1,200 Japanese companies doing business in India. Without doubt, our economies have been brought ever closer. Prime Minister Modi has exhibited strong leadership in promoting initiatives such as Make in India and Digital India. Under such initiatives, I believe there is huge potential ahead for partnerships and collaboration between Japanese and Indian businesses. To realize the potential, I believe it is crucial for us to see further improvements in business environment, cooperation in infrastructure development, and promotion of economic partnerships. We need free and open trade and investment climate. When it comes to improved business environment, in this past year, Japan-India Social Security Agreement entered into force, and there was a major progress towards introduction of Goods and Services Tax, or GST. These developments are of significance for Japanese companies to grow their business in India, and I have the deepest respect for the leadership and dedication of Prime Minister Modi and all those who have been working very hard to bring about these improvements. I hope, under the strong leadership of Prime Minister Modi, we will continue to see further improvement in business environment, such as facilitation of land acquisition procedures, relaxing of foreign investment rules, transparency and predictability of administrative procedures. Also, to promote our bilateral cooperation in infrastructure development, I ask you to introduce a bidding process to ensure quality infrastructure. With regards to enhanced economic partnerships in Asia-Pacific, ASEAN Economic Community, or AEC, was launched at the end of last year. In February of this year, a TPP, Trans-Pacific Partnership, was signed. Going forward, we need to ensure early taking effect of TPP and realize at an earliest possible timing comprehensive and high-level RCEP, Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, in which both India and Japan participate. These are imperatives. These agreements, in turn, should lead to FTA, Free Trade Area of the Asia-Pacific, which is a free trade zone encompassing the entire Asia-Pacific region, which attracts high expectations as an engine of global economic growth in the coming years. Just before this welcome luncheon, business leaders of both countries held the 9th India-Japan Business Leaders Forum, and our recommendations to both governments were put together into a joint report. The joint report, which was adopted by the leaders of the business communities of both countries, will be submitted later this afternoon to both of our prime ministers. I ask Prime Minister Modi to put our recommendations into action and make them happen, and we will be privileged if Your Excellency could continue to provide our businesses with your guidance and support. With that, I would like to conclude my opening remarks. Thank you.
Now, allow me to invite His Excellency Mr. Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of India, to take the floor.
श्रीमान CII Sakakibara, Chairman Keidanren, Sri Masami Izima, Chairman GIBC, Sri Akio Mimura, Chairman JCCI, Dr. Baba Kalyani. I am delighted to visit this great country once again. It is indeed a great pleasure to see so many familiar faces here. I thank CII and KEIDANREN for creating this opportunity. I have always considered my engagement with you extremely useful. Over the years, I have visited Japan several times. Indeed, my personal engagement with the leadership, government, industry, and people of Japan is now almost a decade old. Friends, the very word Japan in India is a benchmark of quality, excellence, honesty, and integrity. Japanese people have led the world in sustainable development. There is also a deep sense of social responsibility and ethical behavior. We are also familiar with Japan's enormous contributions to the process of development in other parts of the world, especially in Asia and Africa. India's core values are rooted in our civilizational heritage. It gets inspiration through the teachings of truth from Gautam Buddha and Mahatma Gandhi. It gets its wings from our democratic traditions, emphasizes on both wealth and value creation, a robust sense of enterprise, and quest to modernize and prosper its economy. That is why India and Japan are best suited to work together. In fact, our past has desired us to stand together. Our present is encouraging us to work together. Friends, I have been saying that this 21st century is Asia's century. Asia has emerged as the new center of global growth. It is competitive in manufacturing and services. It's becoming a hub for global innovation. Is home to large talented workforce and as home to 60% of global population, it is an ever expanding market. India and Japan will have to continue to play a major role in Asia's emergence. The growing convergence of views between Japan and India and our spatial, strategic and global partnership has the capacity to drive the regional economy and development and stimulate the global growth. Strong India, strong Japan will not only enrich our two nations, it will also be a stabilizing factor in Asia and the world. Friends, today India is on the path of several major transformations. We have taken decisive steps and built a governance system that will help India realize its potential. The results are already visible. Even against a weak international economic scenario, the news from India is of strong growth, incredible opportunities, and about India's credible policies. In 2015, the Indian economy grew faster than other major economies. World Bank and IMF assess this trend to continue. Lower labor costs, large domestic market, and macroeconomic stability combine to make India a very attractive investment destination. In the last 2 fiscal years, we received about $55 billion as foreign direct investment. This is not only highest ever FDI, but also highest growth in FDI in India. Today, every global company has an India strategy, and Japanese companies are no exception. It is no surprise that today Japan is India's 4th largest source of FDI. Japanese investments extend to both greenfield and brownfield projects, manufacturing and services, infrastructure and insurance, and e-commerce and equity. On our part, we would, of course, want greater influx of Japanese investments. For this, we will be proactive in addressing your concerns, and we will further strengthen the special mechanism, including Japanese Industrial Township. I encourage you to make use of the 10-year business visa, the e-tourist visa, and the visa on arrival facility that we now offer to Japanese travelers. The Social Security Agreement with Japan has also been implemented, which is good news for the growing number of professionals on both sides. Friends, India's development needs are huge and substantial. We seek rapid achievement of our developmental priorities, but in a manner that is environment friendly. We want to build roads and railways in a faster way. We want to explore minerals and hydrocarbons in a greener way. We want to build homes and civic amenities in a smarter way. And we want to produce energy in a cleaner way. In addition, there are futuristic infrastructure projects of second generation. These include the dedicated freight corridor, the industrial corridors, high-speed railways, smart cities, coastal zones, and metro rail projects. All of these offer unprecedented opportunities for Japanese industry. Made in India and made by Japan combination has already started to work and converge wonderfully. Cars made in India by a Japanese car maker are already selling in Japan. I wish to thank and congratulate those of you who are already in India. To those who are exploring promise, I promise you that we are committed to further refine our policies and procedures to boost Make in India. Friends, creating an enabling environment for business and attracting investments remains my top priority. Stable, predictable, and transparent regulations are redefining the nature of doing business in India. E-governance is no longer just a fancy buzzword, but a basic facility. We have successfully enacted a new legislation regarding goods and services tax, GST. The Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code passed recently will make it easier for an investor to have an exit. We are setting up commercial courts and commercial divisions to ensure speedy disposal intellectual property rights policy. All of these points to the new direction of economic reforms that India is pursuing. My resolve is to make India the most open economy in the world. The impact of our efforts of the World Logistic Performance Index 2016 brought out by the World Bank. We have done substantial improvement on ease of doing business. Our ranking has improved considerably. In 2 years, India is up by 32 places on the Global Competitiveness Index of World Economic Forum. According to the World Investment Report of 2015, India is first among the top 10 FDI destinations of the world. Friends, I have long maintained that India needs scale, speed, and skill. Japan has a very important role to play in all three. Its involvement in our mega projects like dedicated freight corridors, Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor, metro rail, and high-speed rail significance, scale and speed. With a number of skill development initiatives already underway, our partnership now extends to this crucial area of our priority. The captains of Japanese business and industry sitting here will agree with me that a combination of Japan's technologies and India's human resources will create a win-win situation. I said earlier also that a combination of your hardware and our software is a fantastic combination. It will benefit both the countries. Let us join hands even more closely and strongly. Let us march forward and explore bigger potentials and brighter prospects. Thank you. Thank you very much.
ありがとうございました。
Thank
続き
you,
まして、
Your
日本商工
Excellency.
会議所の三村会頭に
Now,
乾杯
I
の
would
ご
like to
発
ask
表をお願いします
Mr. Mimura, Chairman of the Japan Chamber of Commerce and Industry, to propose a toast.
日本商工会議所会頭の三村
His Excellency Prime Minister Modi,
昨年経済界主催の中小
Ladies and
会で
gentlemen.
初めてお会いして以来
I am delighted to be able to meet with Your Excellency once again after the meeting for the first time at the
これまでの
luncheon
経済運営の思想
hosted by the business community.
現在
the
進んで
year
おられる
before
経
last.
済政策と目指す方
I
向
have
性につい
learned
て
fully
大変
on the achievements of the economic management as well as the economic policy
多
being
くの
addressed
重要な改革が
right
進
now
展してい
and
る
what
こと
would
が
be the orientation and direction forward. I have listened carefully to the very enthusiastic presentation from His Excellency. Under the able leadership of Prime Minister Modi, I understood that many important reforms that have been forced through Japan and India are in a mutually complementary relationship, and for the growth of both our countries, Japan the businesses need to make more investment into India. I have learned of the strong expectation on the part of India. As for the Japanese our economies further our relationship. GCCI has 515 local chambers as the members. We have 1.25 million companies as the members, mostly the SMEs, and many such SMEs have excellent technology. Prime Minister Modi has advocated Make in India to further the nurture and develop the manufacturing industry in India. In order to realize this, I believe SMEs as supporting industries hold the key. In order to promote more investment from Japan, I understand that you are developing the JITs, Japan Industrial Townships, in order to realize the potential as well as the business opportunity offered India by the Japanese companies to motivate the Japanese companies. I hope that you will be able to further improve on the conducive climate for business. And it is also crucial to further strengthen the regime, utilizing the Japan-India, the SEPA, and the subcommittee for improvement of the business environment to address the issues of trade and investment. Now, Mr. Ijima, the chairman of Japan-India Business Cooperation Committee, is here with us. GIBCC has a secretariat at the JCCI. For 50 years since its establishment of 1966, the committee has worked to strengthen the economic relationship. On the 24th last month in New Delhi, together with FICCI, JIBCC had the 41st joint meeting, having a very active exchange of views between the private sectors, and JCCI will support actively the activities of the BCC. Now, the DMIC is the symbol of the cooperation between our two the countries, and Japan needs to further make investments into the related projects. And I would like to take this opportunity to express my appreciation for the decision taken by India for the high-speed rail to adopt the Japanese Shinkansen method. This was decided and agreed at the time of Minister Abe's visit to India in December last year. I would like to express my gratitude to Prime Minister Modi for the technology and talents of both our countries that we will build bilateral reflecting to the new era. May I now propose a toast. Prime Minister Modi, as well as the delegates from the government of India, as well as business community of India, as well as for the Japanese business community, allow me to wish for the good health and prosperous activities forward. Please join me.
どうもありがとうございました。
Thank you.
ありがとうございました。皆様ご着席くださいますようお願いいたします。
Thank you very much. Please take your seats. This will be the end of the simultaneous interpretation service.
お食事を召し上げながらゆっくりご観覧
Please relax and enjoy the lunch
報道関係の方々
and
は
conversation. And the master asked the press to
Thank you very
retire.
much. Would you please be seated? Simultaneous interpreting will end at this point. Please enjoy the luncheon. May I kindly ask the media people to leave the luncheon hall at this point. Thank you for your cooperation.